is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning into another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great Thursday. We are here for the initial injury report of the week. Usually it's Wednesday, but you know the game is on Monday, so everything getting pushed back a day. Now, I was hopeful to put out the top 10 matchups, but today turned out a lot differently than I thought it was. I ended up on the injury report. My doctors reached out, got some concerning news. A big shout out to my man Drew, helping me stay focused. He knows what I need to hear. So a big shout out to you, my dude. But I'm not gonna be able to put out that top 10 matchup show tonight. It's gonna be early tomorrow, and then of course I'll be live for Fan Friday. But this next week could get interesting with putting out content. I'm gonna be getting a lot of tests and things done to me. So on the injury report myself, let's just hope everything's all right, man. Not here to complain or whine, but just want to let you know, just in case times get messed up or anything like that. Hell, I'll make videos from the hospital if I have to. I don't give a shit. You know me. But I appreciate all of you taking the time. This is obviously not a live video, but I would love to hear your thoughts on this. We've got quite an injury report for the Eagles. I've got the Buccaneers injuries as well, and I will continue to keep you updated with that throughout the week. Herschel's here. He's got some concerning news apparently. But look, we're going to jump right into this. I appreciate you guys hitting that like button, subscribing. I'm sorry, my brain is just not all together there. I am having a tough one, so bear with me. But let's get through this. Let's talk about the Eagles injury report. And I had to separate these because I've got a graphic, another one made where it fits up to 11. We've got 12 guys on here. So I split it up from offense and defense. So let's take a look at the 7 defensive players, and then we'll look at the 5 offense. But here's the injury report for the Eagles. And look, great news. Reed Blankenship, James Bradberry, limited in practice. And we talked about this. They would have played on Sunday if they were playing on Sunday, but we played Thursday, short week. So those guys ended up not playing. Fletcher Cox still dealing with those ribs. He was limited. Cunningham, Davis, and Sweat also limited. But you see Terrell Edmonds, the only defensive player that did not practice with an illness. So that's usually a good sign when you've got a few days. So hopefully all those doctors, all the medicine, they can get things figured out for Terrell, and hopefully he'll be ready to rock come this Monday. But that's the defense. And, again, good news. I know it seems scary. A lot of the times, though, you're being precautionary. And the Eagles always do this, especially with the initial injury report of the week. So don't get worked up over it. We're going to be all right. All those people are limited. They should play. So great news there for the defense. Then on the offensive side of the ball, look, Boston Scott still not out of the concussion protocol, so he did not practice. And Quez Watkins dealing with a hamstring injury, he also did not practice. Now, Devontae, Stoll, and Gainwell all limited, and great news for Kenny Gainwell, who had to miss the last game, but we saw DeAndre Swift explode, so maybe the Eagles offense will realize, a nice dose of Swift rather than, just all Gainwell. I think you got to predominantly use Swift with some Gainwell, some Scott. I think that would be the route I would go, and I think after that game you could see that. But great to have him back either way. Limited participant there, but the same goes for Devontae, Stoll, and Kenny. Great to have them as limited, being precautious. But look ahead there. You can see Friday and Saturday. I will keep you updated with all of these injuries, so you'll know if they, are upgraded, they go down and they don't practice. I will let you know all of it. And then on Saturday, you will get that game status report. Usually that's Fridays, so you'll get that on Saturday. Sunday will be the practice squad elevations, and I will bring the updated depth chart with that. So that's all it is for the Eagles there, and I know a lot to take in, but don't get worked up about it. You see it every year, these big lists, and people, oh, my God, it's over. It is not. We are good. It is fine. But look, the Buccaneers dealing with some key injuries here. When we talk about this in Behind Enemy Lines, let you know some of these injuries that we're going to be talking about today. And sure enough, talk about Chase Edmonds being banged up, that MCL sprain. He went to the IR. They brought Pat O'Connor. It's exactly what we talked about, so go check that video out. And look, he wasn't really a big – I think he had 4 carries for 20 yards, so not a big piece or anything like that, but just letting you know that. He's obviously not going to be on this list because he's on IR. But they do have 5 players here on this list. 2 did not practice. We talked about Kancey. He played like a 10, 11 snaps, I think it was, in week 1. Left the game and did not play in week 2. So trying to get their first-round draft pick back in action with a calf injury there. And then you see depth piece Servachia Dennis there with a hamstring injury. Now, starters Carlton Davis, Vita Vea, and Ryan Neal were all limited there. So Carlton missed the last game with that toe injury. Great news for them to have him limited there. Do not want to be missing Vita Vea, their monster nose tackle in there, dealing with a pectoral issue there. We know we just placed Devontae Maddox on IR ourselves because he tore his. So hopefully Vita is all right there. And then you see Ryan Neal, who we talked about, a great free agent addition for them this offseason. He dealing with ribs and a knee issue, but a limited participant. So just like every week, you got to keep your eye on this. If they go from limited to did not practice, that is not a great sign. But if they go from did not practice to limited, that is a good sign. So every day I try to keep you up with these. Try not to make them live because I know, I don't want to drift off here. But I hope you guys got something from this. If you did, do me a favor, hit that like button. Comment down below. Would love to hear your thoughts on this. Who do you think's stepping it up? Who do you think's going to miss the game? Whatever is on your mind. Again, tomorrow, a little bit early in the afternoon, I'm going to drop those top matchups. Going to try to get that done tonight. Just couldn't do it today. Sorry. And then you're going to have the game status report Saturday. So Fan Friday tomorrow, top 10 matchups of Fan Friday, game status report Saturday, and you'll also get the matchup comparisons. And then Sunday, I'll drop that practice squad elevation for you while we're watching all the other teams play. But that is all I've got for you. Prayers up to Trevon Diggs. Horrible news for the Cowboys. Tore his ACL. Never want to see any kind of injuries, even if we hate the Cowboys. These are human beings. So really unfortunate. And, just giving them more excuses for when we go whoop that ass. But prayers up, good vibes, whatever, good energy you can give to him. Do that, man. It's horrible to see that kind of stuff. But hoping that the Eagles get healthy. We've lost a couple players already, so you never want to see that. It's an unfortunate part of the game, but these are warriors out here, so it is what it is. But that is, again, all I have for you today. Appreciate you taking the time. Again, I would love to hear from you, but until next time, unless they sign somebody tonight, I'll be back tomorrow. But until then, I'm Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. If you need anything, feel free to reach out, whether it's about the birds, life, always here for you, as you guys are for me. But have yourselves a great rest of your night. Stay safe out there, and as always, say it with me now, go Birds!